I've cracked the Amazon FBA product research code. In this video, you're about to learn the most advanced, data-driven Amazon FBA product research method that you've never heard about before. This method has generated $70,000 in the past 30 days in revenue from one of our Amazon FBA accounts, with two of our biggest products coming on the way, all because of this method. You'll never struggle with Amazon product research again and be able to identify incredible, profitable Amazon product opportunities that can generate $6,000 to $19,000 per month in revenue within the next 24 hours. Sound too good to be true, right? Watch and find out. All right, so this is the spreadsheet that's going to give us the data that we need to help guide us to the best, highest demand, lowest competition product opportunity in a way that you haven't seen before. And this is a totally free spreadsheet that you can access in the Amazon Seller Vault with over 11 other custom Amazon tools, templates, and resources. And you can access that in the description section below, along with all the other links and tools mentioned here in this video. So basically, it won't make sense at first, but as we go through, all the way to the end, then it'll make more and more sense. But we're basically just trying to fill out this sheet with as many product ideas, which I'll show you here in a second, as possible. Now, in order to conduct product research, we need data. For example, we need Amazon keyword volume data, Google keyword volume data, who are the top Amazon sellers and their monthly revenue, etc. So most of this, you could at one time get some of this for free. Unfortunately, that's no longer the case. If it was and there were free tools, I would 100% recommend them, but it's no longer the case because of how valuable this is. People are willing to pay for it. That's why it's paid. So we do need a couple tools. First is the free Helium 10 Chrome extension. So again, you can access it for free and you get a certain number of free uses for part of it. But ultimately, to really do thorough product research, you'll likely need to upgrade for a month. You can use it for a month and then cancel, but it's free to use and there's some really great free features. So I'd recommend getting that. And also the Helium 10 web application. So Chrome extension, web application, they're separate, but they're linked, which I'll show you. And specifically what we want is the Helium 10 black box tool. So again, I'll have the best discount code for Helium 10 on the market in the description section as well. I've worked in depth with the Helium 10 team. I'm one of their biggest affiliates and one of their biggest fans because I'm a user of the tool. I talk about the tool a lot because it is the #1 Amazon product research tool, and you'll see why here in a second, but I'll link that below as well. And there was one other optional tool that I'll mention later on. This is what we need to get started. Okay, so, all right, what do we need to do first? So first, what I recommend doing after you access the spreadsheet, you can go to File, make a copy, and you'll make your very own copy. You can edit, do whatever you want with it. It is yours to keep for free. So you have that open, great. Navigate to Helium 10, sign up for a free account, and then see if you can get a certain number of free uses. Head over to Tools. Then you want to click on Helium 10 Black Box, which is where we are right now. And this is the #1 Amazon product research tool. And what makes this so great compared to other tools is that Helium 10 actually has the largest database of Amazon products. Kind of think of it like a library. They have the biggest library of Amazon products of any other tool. And that basically enables us to set certain filters like you see right here on the screen. So we can get really specific with our filters and then find products based on those filters and only those products. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to it. So these are the filters that I recommend setting, and I'll quickly go through each for you and explain why, because it's really important to basically just filter out, 95% of the products that are just not good opportunities at all and save us a lot of time. And that's kind of the point here. It's kind of like sifting for gold. Let's go more toward where there's, a lot more gold in this area than over here where there's like just one, carat of gold. So first is the category and subcategory. So in general, these are some of my favorite categories to look for products in. Now we have a defined niche for our Amazon brands. So we launch products relating to that niche or that kind of industry. But when starting out, here's some just good general recommendations. So select baby products, beauty and personal care, home and kitchen, health and household, industrial and scientific, office products, patio, lawn and garden, pet supplies. Those are good. There's a few others. For example, one of the students in our course actually sells an automotive part. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to give it away, but they found a top selling product in the automotive space in Amazon Germany that a lot of Americans were importing because there wasn't this specific piece for the US market. So he bought it, analyzed it, improved upon it, started selling on Amazon US, basically a similar version, but better, that makes it much easier for Americans to purchase. And last time I checked, he was doing about $60,000 a month in revenue and absolutely killing it. So that's an automotive. So these are good general rules. However, If you have certain interests, like for example, automotive, you're big into cars, fixing up cars. I'm not, obviously. Then you might select that or so on. Now, definitely electronics and some other products you want to avoid if it's your first time selling on Amazon. Electronics, big time. I have a good friend who generates 8 figures selling electronics, actually on his own website and other sales channels, does really well, but it is a pain. I don't recommend selling electronics as your first product unless, you have an uncle that has an electronic manufacturing, warehouse in Taiwan or something. In a very niche situation, don't sell electronics. The reason? Electronics have a lot of moving parts, a lot of pieces and wires. It's very easy for one of those to go wrong, and then you get a lot of defective units. It also, electronic products tend to be more expensive. They can be more hazardous if they're flammable. If they have lithium ion batteries, that will not go well in Amazon's warehouse. They have banned those kind of products. So flammable products, electronic products that are under $15, okay, because they'll be very, very low margin. Trendy or seasonal products that only sell well at Christmas, only sell well at Valentine's Day or Earth Day or whatever. Those are products you want to avoid. You want products that sell well in general all year round, although of course, every product has some seasonality. You want products that aren't super, complicated, that are going to be super defective, super difficult to figure out. You want to start with something slightly more simple and all of that. So those are some kind of general guidelines. And I'm telling you, if you follow them, you'll still find thousands, if not tens of thousands of product opportunities with those filters. And another kind of quick point about product research with Amazon, a lot of people think, the more I narrow down, the less products I'm going to find. It's actually the more products you're going to find, the more narrow you get within reason. And you're like, that doesn't make any sense. It's counterintuitive. When you have too much freedom, too many options to look at, you're scatterbrained. Nothing really sounds like a good option. Even if there is one, it's way too confusing. So you want to get not super, super, super narrow, but really narrow, more narrow than what anyone else teaches. And you'll actually be able to find products way faster. It'll make sense as we go on. So let's continue. So that's the reasoning behind these. Also, another little point that I want to make. A lot of times when someone wants to sell on Amazon, you want to sell something cool and sexy that you can tell your friends and your family, like, hey, I sell this cool product. For example, there's a lot of women that I talk to at different Amazon conferences or events, as an example, let's say that want to sell makeup. And it's like, hey, super competitive. How are you going to stand out? But it's like, it's something I'm interested in that I want to. Think about this. There is 3 times more revenue being generated from business products like office products than consumer products. So think about, are you selling to a business? Let's say staplers, right? Like you sell staplers to a business with staple cartridges to refill versus selling, makeup kits or whatever it might be to consumers. So that's just kind of something else to open your mind. There's a lot of less competition because a lot of these, kind of ugly, boring products, the images kind of suck. They don't have great listings, all of that, which makes it easier to market. Just going down a little bit down the road, but kind of keep your mind open a bit. And these are all some great categories. Okay. So in general, there's a lot of competition as well in some of these categories, and there's a lot of non-competition, which we'll be able to define. So that's the categories. Number 2 is price. I recommend setting a minimum price of around $25, just because the lower you get in price, the lower your profit margin is. A lot of new sellers really want to focus on revenue, but keep in mind, can you make, let's say you make 5% revenue, 10% revenue, and you're constantly have to buying new inventory. So money comes in from Amazon, but it immediately needs to go out for more inventory. And then more money comes back in and it needs to go out for more inventory. And you're basically never seeing the money, right? You're never collecting it. So basically in general, the higher your price, the better. Of course, right? That's pretty obvious, but I would recommend starting at this and run through the process and then slightly edit and change these filters again. So start at 25, move up to 30, 35, 40, and it's going to show you different sets of products, but you start here and then slowly move up after we go through the process one time. For monthly revenue, again, this is something that YouTube or TikTok or whatever Amazon FBA gurus who never actually sell on Amazon, but they just sell courses will tell you is, here's how to find a $50,000 a month product. I can easily show you how to find, a low competition $50,000 a month product. But guess what? As a good general rule, you'll need slightly more money for the amount of monthly revenue you want to generate for your startup capital. Meaning, you want to make $6,000 a month, you'll need a little bit more, maybe like about $7,000 realistically to get started on Amazon. You want to make 10K a month, you need 10, 11, 12K. You want to make 20, 20 to 25, so on. So the more revenue you want to generate, that's how much money you need for production, shipping, inspection service, for tools and software, which is actually really minimal. That's actually a very small cost. Taking into account all the Amazon fees and all of that. So just kind of keep that in mind. So moving down for weight, I recommend starting off at 2 pounds if you're a new seller. Generally, the heavier a product is, the more expensive shipping and storage is going to be. That's just more costs are going to get factored in. Now, there's a lot of really great opportunities with heavy products, but if you're a new seller, I recommend focusing on more lightweight. So something that's definitely less than 2 pounds, even like less than 1.5 pounds or a pound, can be really powerful. A little hack that I share with my students in the 5-in-1 Amazon FBA course is that try to identify products with high price point and low weight and look for a way to differentiate and kind of, niche within that overall category, which I'll show you how to do. But basically trying to think of products with high price, lightweight, can be extremely profitable, cash flow rich products that like actually deposit money into your bank account and you're not constantly getting tied up with inventory because they have a higher ROI. So that's with weight. Almost done, I promise. I hope you're finding this valuable so far. Be sure to subscribe if you're liking the video. And here we have variation count. I like to have a maximum of 2 or 3. The reason for this is there are certain listings on Amazon with dozens of variations. What is variation? So think about a product on Amazon, let's say like a purple shirt or a shirt. There's a purple shirt, a green shirt, and a blue shirt. That's 3 variations, right? 3 different colors, could be 3 different sizes, 3 variations of the main product. There's a listing I just came across. It's a knife listing. There are 50 variations on that listing, 50 different knives. It's a combination of colors and sizes and the number of knives in the set. Very complicated. And the reason for this is, we're looking for products to do $6,000 a month or more. For each variation, each variation makes its own revenue. So we kind of break that out. So 6,000 divided by 3, that's how much could be made, per, let's say $2K per variation per month. So just keep that in mind. So we want lower variation count. Just kind of a good general rule to set, and you'll kind of play around and tweak these a little bit. And the last point that I meant to mention is this: review rating. Maximum review rating of 4.4. Why? Imagine we're going to find products that do $6,000 a month, $10,000, $20,000 a month with 4.4 stars. If people are buying 4.4, 4.3, 4.2, 3.9 star products on Amazon, and they're making $10,000 a month or more, there's something there. We can basically read the negative reviews of that product, literally write down a list of how to improve upon that product. And then we can launch our own better version. So then when someone looks, they're like, okay, this one has, let's say it has 1,000 reviews, so it's 4.3. This brand new one has 25-star reviews, from Vine reviews and other processes I talk about on this channel. But, they have, let's say 10, 20, but their images are great. The product quality is better. The packaging is better. Their copy is like funny. It gets me. Like in every way that you're listing, this product is better. You designed it based on review data to become better. Who are they going to choose? A big percentage are going to choose your product over the competitor. It's not magic. It's actually a series of common sense decisions, right? It seems like magic or complex when it's your first time selling on Amazon. But after, you make $1 million, then it's like, okay, you know what to do. So those are good general filters to set. You can take a screenshot if you like. We're going to go ahead and hit search. And again, we're only going to see products on Amazon that meet all of this criteria, okay? And also keep in mind, we're panning for gold. If it was so easy that, here's all the products, all these products are great products to sell, it's not true. It'd be so easy, everyone would be doing it. We're going to need to do a bit more digging to get to the best product opportunities. Okay, so analyzing this list, what we're looking for are products that are unique, something that you would not find at a Walmart. And if you're from Europe or India or another country, you can kind of think about what your equivalent would be. Think about walking through a Walmart and what would be there. Those are products in general you don't want to sell because they're generic, they're commoditized, probably very competitive. But something that you think is, that's really unique, or that's a product that like you get it and you're like, that's interesting, right? So basically anything that kind of piques your interest, which it takes a little bit of time to getting used to because it's kind of where the art comes in from the science, where I prefer to be much more database and science. That's the best way I can kind of describe it. If it's not on a Walmart shelf, it's more unique. Something you get it, you're like, that's interesting, but I don't remember seeing this, or that's what you want to look for, because otherwise it's going to be super competitive. If you're not sure, you can just open everything and go through the process, but it's going to take you a lot of time. So anyway, we went through the first filter. Now this is kind of the second filter, is our mindset of going through this. And it's just going through this series of filters to get to that profitable product as soon as possible. So let's go. I'll show you some examples. Okay. For me, this is easy kind of going through, but obviously when it's your first time, it's going to take some time. So we can open this on Amazon. We can also hover over each of these images, and it's going to show us, just some general information about the product. So in this case, this is a shoulder brace, copper infused immobilizer. I've definitely seen this at Walmart. I've actually seen several Dick's Sporting Goods and other places. So for me, it could be a good product opportunity. There could be a niche within this, which we'll talk about in a second, because first we're going to identify the category and then use long tail keywords to niche down. But overall, this is very competitive. I'm going to scroll past. Dental floss, cordless teeth, oral irrigator. Looks electronic, which I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, it is. So we're going to scroll past that. Green peach liquid calcium. That's ingestible. Anything that's consumable, be careful. Because again, as a first-time seller, I wouldn't recommend it. There are many sellers making lots of money selling consumables and flammable products and electronics and heavy products. When it's your first time, don't. Because, again, this is an example of another student in our course was selling a product. And luckily he had all of the correct things. He had, poisonous or toxic if swallowed, all of that. Anyway, his product contained some liquid. A toddler took it, broke it, and started licking up the liquid and had to get rushed to the hospital because started getting hives. So saying this not to scare you, but kind of like, whoa, and the person said, oh, I'm going to sue you, blah, 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 which they never actually did because they couldn't, because they had all the proper, things. But things that you got to think about it. Could this harm a kid? Could this harm the person using it? Generally good to stay away from. There's enough parts of the process. We don't need more complexity. And again, there are so many opportunities. We don't need to get hung up and be like, oh, but I want this product to work. There's so many that'll work. Again, less is more. Getting more narrow, we'll find. So we'll keep going through hormone blockers. Definitely not. That's going to cause problems. Night guards. I've seen those at Walmart. Just kind of walking you through my thought process. Candles, very competitive in general. You could find a niche within the candle space, but very competitive. Also need to think about glass and breaking. Any product that's glass is more likely to break. Even as a first product, that's kind of an iffy one. As long as you work with your supplier, hey, we need to make sure that the packaging really holds in the glass well, you can do really well actually, because there's a lot of opportunity. A lot of glass products have lower review ratings on Amazon, just categorically. And the reason is a lot of these products arrive broken because the seller really doesn't care, doesn't put in that much effort, but you're going to outperform all of these because you're going to put in the effort and the money that none of these other sellers are doing. So this one's breakable. There can be good opportunity, but also keep in mind, can also be headache. Anytime there's headache, there's opportunity. Keep that in mind. But we, want less headache when we're starting off. So electronic product here, rainbow titanium, curtain rod, typical. That's interesting. Table clock. There's a lot, home decor overall, there's a lot of cool opportunities in home decor. Kind of keep that in mind as a little tip for you. We do not sell in that space, but I've seen a lot of products that actually do really well. This one, general clock, those tend to be very competitive. So that one's an iffy. I might click on that, but I did see something that piqued my interest down here. Again, if you have questions, of course, let me know in the Q&A section. Is this right here? This has kind of piqued my interest. Okay, let's look at this. So this is a female dog diaper cover, but I guess it's also for male dogs, but obviously it's probably more for female. 4.2 star and is generating $15,000 a month. That's doable. That's pretty solid. So what I can do is actually open this on Amazon, right, to view the product itself on Amazon. And the reason that this interests me is I've never heard about this. Maybe at PetSmart or some pet specific shop, you would find this. But at Walmart, I don't know if I would see this. Actually, it's 3.9 stars. Just got updated. So that's great. $15,000 a month with 3.9 stars. People want this product and they're even buying with a low review rating. By the way, anything under 4.4 is a low review rating when it comes to Amazon standards. You want 4.5 or above for your products in general. If all your competitors have 3.9 stars and you have 4.2, you can get away with that. Really, especially that 4.3 to 4.2 mark, that's key. That's a turning point or a tipping point. So this is interesting to me. Okay, so we found one product and we can just go through and look for others. But again, kind of interesting, okay, I get the product. I could see a lot of people using this product. This makes sense, but I haven't really seen it. So it requires some further digging. And the next thing we're going to do is look at the title and try to figure out, if you sold this product on Amazon, how would you describe it to your friends and family? What would you call it? In this case, we'll say female dog diaper. And you could also try male dog diaper, but in this case, female dog diaper. We're going to Command C to copy. Go here to Amazon. Make sure you select all departments. And Command V to paste, and then enter there on Amazon. Okay, so it's female dog diapers. Also, what we can do is go here to our handy dandy spreadsheet. Okay, what we want to do is we have two sections here. We have the red, which is specific product or niche product section. Then we have product type in blue. We actually want to fill out product type first and then go over to specific product. So it's kind of like Arabic. We're going right to left. So for product type, it's female dog diaper. And as you can see, I have multiple examples here just from some other research I did, just give you some more examples. Okay, so female dog diaper, we're gonna record that here. Going back to Amazon, make sure you have the Helium 10 Chrome extension installed. It should look something like this. Because then when you go back and type in female dog diapers into the search bar, you see this kind of big pop-up appear. And basically, Helium 10 is finding us what are called long tail keywords related to our search query. So what is that? It's really simple. It's just related keywords that are more specific. Because again, we're kind of finding this overall niche or this overall category, and we want to take a piece of that pie. We want to find a way to navigate and to get a specific piece that might be weak. Like let's say there's 5 subcategories in a big category. 4 out of the 5 are really competitive, really good reviews and really solid products, and it's really difficult to figure out how to make a better product. But one of those categories is not. So let's see here. So female dog diapers, we see Amazon suggested here, which you can actually see for free just on Amazon. It'll just automatically populate. But then also what's cool is it'll show you, Helium 10 will show you related keywords, keywords that come after, and keywords that come before, as well as Smart Complete, which I don't really look at. But really these first 4 I look at for just interesting specifics. And if you're not really sure, you can write all these down. But basically what I'm gonna do is look at these, as well as the search volume, and then record them back in the spreadsheet. So female dog diapers for heat, that's interesting, about 3,800, right? So we're gonna go here to specific product. What was it again? It was female dog diapers for heat. So female dog diapers for heat. Amazon keyword volume, which it shows right here. This is the number of estimated monthly searches. It's not 100% accurate, which is why we want to rely on multiple data sources and not just one. So it's about 3,869. So 3869, I enter here. A bit of a manual process, but definitely worth doing. What else? Female dog washable, of course, that makes sense. Now there might already be a lot that are washable. Medium and large, interesting for different dogs. What about small dogs? That's interesting. So I'm gonna write down female dog diapers, large, medium, small. What else? Washable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and record. All of these sound very interesting to me. I don't know if they're good product opportunities or not. That's why they require further investigation. But I'm like, okay, I could see people wanting these, and these are more specific. Long tail keyword is just a keyword that's 3, 4 or more keywords long. Short tail is usually 2, maybe 3 keywords long, right? So it's kind of just longer keywords. They're more specific. And we want to find a specific product opportunity that it has weak competitors, and then we're going to nail that, and that can be our entry point into this market as a whole. All right, so I've taken just a few of these long tail keywords that have stood out here to me and recorded them in our master spreadsheet. As we can see, we have the long tail keyword column, and then next to it is the Amazon keyword volume. How do we get that? Going back again with the Helium 10 Chrome extension, we have the keyword and then the search volume. So we simply record it here like I showed you before. But then also we have the base term. So we have the short tail keyword and then the long tail keyword here. And we're going to kind of compare the two. Basically, this red section here is the minimum revenue we want to generate. And by tapping into the market, we're tapping into this overall bigger product type. And this is kind of our max. So red, it represents our minimum estimated revenue that we can generate. Blue is our maximum within reason. Of course, not going to be perfect. These are estimates, but it's very good, solid estimates that I've seen of multiple tools that I've used here on Amazon. So, female dog diaper for heat, the short tail is female dog diaper, right? Disposable female dog diaper, the short tail is female dog diaper. As we can see, almost 12,000 monthly searches for this overall category compared to, 3,000, 4,000, 700, 500, much less. Keep in mind, well, it'll make sense here in a second, but each of these line up with this over here, right? So they all share the same short tail, they have different long tail, if that makes sense, because they're all from the same parent, if that makes sense. So that's keyword volume. Next, we're gonna extract Amazon monthly revenue, okay, in these sections. So how we do that is just kind of click out of here, back on Amazon. What we're gonna do is first, we're gonna look at the revenue for female dog diapers. So type in the keyword that you wanna analyze. Okay, so it's female dog diapers. We have that loaded, so hit search, which we've already done. Click on the Helium 10 Chrome extension, and now we're gonna use the Helium 10 X-ray tool. Click on X-ray. What this does, and this is amazing, is it'll estimate the revenue of any product on Amazon so we can see how much any given product is making per month. So we open it here. What we wanna do is organize by highest to lowest revenue. What I'd also recommend doing, click on filters. And here in the bottom says hide sponsored products. Click that. Okay, hold on. Click. Oh, it's glitching on me. That's weird. Anyway, it's the first time that has never worked. That is funny. And it's always, you've heard this before. It's always on a demo. Every time I make a video, it's like the one time it doesn't work. Okay, it's not a big deal. But basically, all of these, you see here, that's SP, that's a sponsored product. That's basically like an artificial search result. That's a listing that is paying money to show up here. We just want to see what's organically, naturally showing up. Because the products that Amazon is showing up, so when someone types in female dog diaper, the products that naturally show up those are the products that Amazon says, hey, these are top sellers. Okay, so that's what we want to look at. We want to exclude paid ads because they're kind of like, in a way, fake results, if that makes sense. And usually, you just go here to filters. Let's see if we try one more time. Click on hide sponsored products. Anyway, and we just hide these, but we can ignore them. And what we're going to do, because we have all the revenue here, go back to our spreadsheet, right? We want to take the average of the top 5 monthly sellers. So we just look through here. So we look at this. Is this a female dog diaper? Yes, it looks like that. So we go ahead and just hit this checkbox. Premium washable dog diapers, female. Yep. And what you can do to make things simple is, again, in filters, let's see if this works, is there's a lot of different products that show up. There's male dog diapers, or maybe there could be dog toys that show up at some times. So what we want to do is for title keyword search, you can put in and this is also valuable in other cases. You can kind of use your own creativity of how to use this. A lot of great filters here, but for title keyword search, tell Helium 10 only show us products that have this keyword in their title. So we're looking for female dog diapers, not male. So we want to make sure, okay, female. All right. Yeah. I don't know why it's giving me grief, but yeah, type in female, hit apply, and then it'll only show you to kind of make things easier so you don't have to like guess. So 1, 2, 3, these right here are the top 5 selling female dog diapers on Amazon. As we can see, the top seller is doing over $700,000 a month. We have over 500,000, 200,000, right? So that might seem great, and it is great overall. That means there's a lot of demand for this product. But also keep in mind, if you want to generate $700,000 a month, you'll need $700,000 to invest, which is, for a lot of us, myself included, just not doable. That's why we're finding a niche and getting into a really specific slice of this market, because it's so big. We don't need to be the top seller of female dog diapers. We can get a really specific set and dominate that and make, let's say 6K, 10K. But even with that being said, this is actually a really big category. Usually I want to see some of the top sellers doing like 50, 70K. So it's just kind of something to keep in mind that I'm thinking as I'm going through this. But it doesn't mean, we don't know yet. You have to basically go through sort of like the full process first to know. There's no way to really know beforehand. Okay, if that makes sense. There's some ways of kind of indicators, but we don't really know. So anyway, we would take the average of this. You can take the medium and just kind of like look at the median here, which I'll do. So like 230,000, or you can take the average. Either way, just keep it consistent. So this is 1, 2, the third, middle seller. So about 240K. It's okay to round slightly. It doesn't matter to be exact. So it's like 240, 1, 2, 3. So basically that means, like I said before, if we sell one of these type of products, really, really specific, we're going to look at the revenue. This is like the minimum revenue. And then this is like the max revenue that we can do. I'll just kind of format that a bit, just to give us a range of what we can kind of expect if we do really well in this market. So that was kind of for the category as a whole, really simple. Next, what we're going to do is type in the specific keyword into Amazon. So Command-C to copy, and then go to search. So female dog diapers for heat. Okay. Then we're going to go back to our Chrome extension. Now that all the results have loaded, click on X-ray again. Again, we want to filter sponsored products, and we want to filter with the word heat. Title keyword search, heat, because we're looking for products, female dog diapers in heat, or for dogs in heat. The word heat needs to be there. Otherwise, it's not really relevant. So we're going to hit apply filters. Okay. Hit apply. Again, organize highest to lowest revenue. There we go. And we still want to check just to make sure is like, okay, is this dog diapers, female dog diapers, dogs in heat? Yes. So these should all be relevant. And basically we're looking at the top seller here. This top seller, over $550,000, about $551,000 a month. So we're going to record that here. So female dog diapers, that might be $1,000 a month. That might still be a bit much. Again, we want to look around the 6 to 10K mark is a really good point for sellers. So this is way higher. Let's look at another one. Okay, what about this with 375 medium female dog diapers? Interesting. For medium-sized dogs. Let's see, that's an interesting niche. I can kind of think male, female, sizes, colors. There's different ways to niche down within a category. So medium, let's go ahead. We search on Amazon, open up the Chrome extension, Helium 10 X-ray, as we've done before. Just kind of quickly run through, and I will show you a kind of more completed example. There it works. And this was medium. So medium, we want to have here. We just want to see the products for medium-sized dogs, not big dogs. And actually, what I'm going to do as well for filters is exclude. So small, comma, space, and then whatever other word, large, space, XL. So I'm telling Helium 10, don't show me any products that have the word small, that have the word large, or have the word XL. We only want to see the top selling medium products. So we hit apply filters, revenue, washable for medium-sized dogs. Okay. And that's also $519,000 a month. It's insane. By the way, the pet space can be very competitive, but also whenever there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of opportunity. So again, me looking at this is a bit too much, okay? And maybe, I'll look at a couple other examples, but I'm like, man, like this is just a bit too much. I can't really find an example here, a way to niche in. It's just too competitive, like too much revenue being generated for me to really, with my budget, get in. But we need to do a little bit more digging, which actually brings me to my favorite and secret Amazon product research tool that literally over 99% of Amazon sellers don't even know about. And that's called Key Search. Now, Key Search is actually a Google keyword research tool similar to Helium 10 for Amazon. It's like that for Google. And a lot of people don't know that about 30% of product purchases in the United States actually begin on Google. So people are going to Google to find products. And basically, all of these tools like Helium 10, Jungle Scout, and others are great, but they're limited. Key Search is going to help us find product opportunities that Helium 10 and other tools can't find. Right? So basically, like we're going to open our eyes to these opportunities that no other Amazon seller is seeing and help us kind of find these amazing product opportunities. How does it work? Similar like with Helium 10, just log in. They do have a free trial, by the way, and I'll link that in the description, but it is limited. So keep that in mind. And another quick tip is when I'm doing product research, I'll sign up for the tools, pay for a month, find my product opportunities, then cancel, and then just resubscribe when I need it as a way to kind of save some money. But now I just have them because I use them all the time. Our team uses them all the time. So we have like full subscriptions. So type in your main keyword here in the search bar, select the market you're selling in this case, United States, select related keywords, and then click on search. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to get a list of related keywords that people are really typing in to Google every single month, as well as their estimated monthly search volume. So we can organize by volume. So that shows its highest to lowest search volume. Click on filter. Here for keyword, we want to make sure we only see keywords that contain the word diaper. Otherwise, they're not really relevant. For example, there's this weird female on female keyword. I don't know how that showed up, but female diaper. Okay, so diaper, negative words. We want, well, free is a good one, but let's do male because we only want female. And we're going to click filter. And again, it depends on what you're searching for. It's just to kind of hone in to where we're not seeing a bunch of junk and kind of help us sift through the gold. So again, make sure it's highest to lowest volume. And all we're going to do is we already know our list of keywords here that we've already researched. So heat, washable, disposable, large, medium, small, reusable, all of these. We're going to look for some other options. So scroll down, dog diapers, poop. That's pretty self-explanatory. Like, of course, that's what it's for. So it's not really unique. We already have small and large. Best is irrelevant. Large, Walmart is useless. Amazon. Oh, another little hack. If you run Google ads to your Amazon listing, run Google ads and target keywords like Amazon. So if you sell dog diapers on Amazon, target Amazon dog diapers on Google. People who type in Amazon dog diapers on Google will see your ad, click, and go to Amazon. It's crazy how many people type in Amazon XYZ product on Google to get to Amazon. It's funny. Instead of just going to Amazon. So this is interesting. Cloth dog diapers, there's 480 searches. So that's interesting. Cloth dog diapers. I'm going to write that down because I think the other ones are cloth, but I'm not sure. Again, it just piques my interest. Now we need to fill out the Google keyword volume. So cloth dog diapers. Okay, it's 480. So we're just going to record that here. Great. Let's see if there's a couple other examples. Again, we don't know if they're good or not. It's just worth investigating further. Washable, we already have. Extra large, we already have. Near me. I think I saw, where was it? Chewy dog diapers. That's interesting. I saw something. Hold on. It's here. There's like extra small. There it is. Dog diapers, extra small, 260. So dog diapers, extra small. There's 250. And usually I like to see at least 100. It doesn't matter so much because these are estimates. And you'll see what I mean because we're just gathering data from multiple sources, revenue data, Google keyword volume, Amazon keyword volume, and another data source that I'll show you that's actually free. And then we're going to compare all the products in our list and find the winning product, the product that has the highest revenue, highest search volume, and lowest number of direct competing products on Amazon. And then bingo, that's a great opportunity for us to go and launch a product in Anyway, that's the first function of this tool, but there's another amazing function. So we just found a couple other product opportunities, and you can keep going further, and sometimes you find way more than on Amazon. Sometimes you don't find any. It just kind of give or take. But what we can do is we're missing keyword volume for Google here. So what we can do is Command-C to copy, go back to key search. Instead of related keywords, go to import keyword list. Command-V, we're going to paste those keywords in here, and then click on import. All right. And what it's going to do is find the Google search volume for these. Okay. Again, it's an estimate. So disposable is 320. So we can go back here. And I won't do all of these, of course, because it's pretty self-explanatory. This one is 320. All right. Washable is 70. So we go to washable, 70, and so on, right? Reusable is 30. So reusable, it's 30. And so on. And again, we already know how to find the Amazon keyword volume to fill in the blanks, the Amazon monthly revenue, and same thing here, female dog diaper. Oh, actually, I already typed this in. I already found it, but then I forgot. Female dog diaper is 200, estimating 210. Okay, female dog diaper here. It's 210 for the United States specifically. And you'll see how we use this here in a second. Okay, so we're almost done filling out the sheet. We know exactly. We have Amazon keyword volume, Google keyword volume, our long tail. And you're like, what is the point of all this? I don't understand. It's all about to come together. So the last and very important column that we haven't filled in yet is column E right here, which is the number of competing Amazon products on page one. Because remember, we're trying to find high demand, but low competition product opportunities. And what's great is with this spreadsheet, when you enter in a number, let's say 4, it automatically color grades, green is great, yellow is okay, and then orange and red is not so great, like a little bit too competitive. Because again, we want to have low competitors. Because for example, let's say we have 3 competitors on Amazon. Then we become the 4th direct competitor on Amazon. So when someone types in a certain keyword, guess how many options there are for that specific product? There's only 4. So your conversion rate is going to be much higher. You're going to take a larger percentage of that versus imagine if there was, let's say, 48. This is all page 1. Red, it's saturated. So you're going to launch just another product and maybe not even show up on page 1 ever. Okay. So how do we do this? Super simple, very important. And it's crazy because Amazon provides free data. You just have to have the mindset to be able to hack it. So let's start here with small female dog diapers. Okay. It doesn't really matter because we're going to do it for each one, but do small female dog diaper. Now, the fact that there's a good amount of volume here, and I think there's probably a good amount of revenue, this might be really competitive. So we're going to look through. All right. And what you want to do is just type in the keyword in Amazon. Make sure if you're in another country, you use a VPN. I use ExpressVPN. You can use any. Set it for the United States and make sure you're logged out of your Amazon account because you basically want the natural results. If you log in with your Amazon seller account, Amazon looks at your purchase history, so they're going to change and kind of orient the results differently than if it's like fresh. So I'm logged out of my account. I'm logged in to the United States here in Nashville, and we're going to go ahead and look through. So type in your keyword. Great. Now what you want to do is scroll past, ignore anything sponsored. Again, this is kind of like fake. We only want to look at organic because this changes. Tomorrow, within an hour, even 2 minutes, this could change. So we ignore them. We want to look at this. So what are we looking for? How many competitors on Amazon are there for the word small dog diaper? Okay, small female dog diaper. So we're going to look. Does this have the word small in it? Then it is. Because if we're not really sure, we can just kind of look at the title. So yeah, that's small. So we have 1. Small 2. Let's see small, but it has a small dog here. So I'm assuming small 4, 5, washable dog diapers. This looks like for a small dog. If you're not sure, you can open and see more detail. That's 6, small, 6, 7. And if I was this brand, by the way, this is a big dog. If you're selling a product for small dogs, put a small dog here. You change this out for a white silhouette of a small dog, like a little Chihuahua or Poodle or Schnauzer or whatever, you're going to get more sales, period. Okay, anyway, you'll go through and count the number. And as I'm seeing here, it's almost the entire first page are for small dogs, right? So it's a very, very saturated niche. See, this is small, small, small. Everything I'm seeing is small. There hasn't been a single thing that hasn't been small. Small, yeah, these are all for small dogs, all the way down the page. All these are for small dogs. So there's 48 organic results on the first page of Amazon. So in this case, just because I know I don't need to count, otherwise I would recommend that you specifically count, that's 48. That's way too competitive, right? So that's what's interesting. This is such a big market here. That even the long tail keywords might be a lot. You might need to really niche down, or you're saying, hey, this is just too competitive of the space. I would recommend looking through all of these because you might find that one of these is special, doesn't have a huge number of competitors. But ideally, you want 4 or less than 4, 0 to 3. That's like an amazing product opportunity, incredible. If there's products that are generating $10,000 a month or more, or I should say $6,000 a month or more, and there's only like 3 options for that specific product, that's an amazing opportunity. Okay, that's what you're kind of looking for. And again, it'll automatically color code. Now to show you an example, going to another example, because I know we spent a lot of time on female dog diapers and kind of showing you realistically what to kind of go through is another example. So here we have, let's look at twin milestone blanket and then milestone blanket woodland. Okay, here's what's really interesting. So look at these two. I'm going to go ahead and just, well, actually I won't highlight because it'll screw up my, my color coding, but let's just do this here. Let's highlight this and twin milestone. And you right now tell me what is different about these two. So look at Amazon keyword volume. This is the number of searches that these products get on Amazon. So almost 500, an estimated 0. It might be 20, it could be 15, but it's very, very low. For Google, 390 people searching for this on Google. Again, 0. Okay, interesting. So far, which one has more demand? Twin milestone blanket overall seems like it has more. Then we check Amazon monthly revenue. We have 13,000 versus 16. Okay, so there actually are, so these estimates are probably, it's not 0, but it's probably very, very low to where that's why it registers as 0. That's why it doesn't matter as much the exact. We're looking at overall, but similar, a little bit different, but very similar in terms of revenue. So similar revenue, but higher Google keyword volume, higher Amazon volume. So overall, they're similar. If not, the twin milestone blanket might have, similar demand, similar amount of people buying them. Okay. And then this is what's really cool. Okay. So this is all demand here, B through D. That's all the amount of demand. So, okay, there's good demand. There's the top sellers making $13,000 a month, hundreds of monthly searches on Google and Amazon. People want twin milestone blankets, a milestone blanket for twins. There's enough of a demand in the United States for this product, right? Because there's enough twins being born that it makes sense. But here's what's cool. Okay. So let's say the same amount of demand for both products about. What about competition? There are 33 products on Amazon that have a woodland design for the milestone blanket, and there are only 16 on Amazon for twin milestone blanket. Okay, so 16 is kind of in the middle there. It's medium level of competition. It can definitely be worth launching, but again, I recommend just doing enough research and spending the time up front until you find a green opportunity and then launch in there, because it's going to be your life is going to be so much easier. Want to stress this, if you don't already know, Amazon product research is the most important section of your entire Amazon FBA process. Your listing optimization, your advertising, your revenue, everything comes down to product research and development. So I recommend spending the time, and literally within the next 24 hours, if you really dedicate yourself a full day, you can find a green product opportunity using this exact process. And usually what I'd recommend is spending like a total of 30 days, kind of working on this part-time, and filling the sheet out until you have 50 to 100 products. We already have like 25. Until you have like 100 products here on the sheet, there's a very good chance you're going to find that 1 in 100 product, especially going through all the filters that we have. And it may seem like you'll go through 99, like, oh, this one's okay, this one sucks, too competitive, too low revenue. I want to give up. And then you get to the 1 in 100. It's like, oh my gosh, I found it. That's the game, right? That's the reason. And there's a reason that I didn't show one of those 1 in 100 product opportunities here, because guess what happens? This video goes viral, thousands of people see it. Then they're all like, oh, Sumner said this is a great product opportunity. They all launch it, 100 sellers all at once launch the exact same product. It becomes saturated, and then they're like, oh, what happened? And that's a last kind of tip that I'll leave you with is when you see a webinar or you see a course or a conference and someone says, this is a great product idea, run away from it. Because it might be at this moment, but guess how many other people are about to launch that product now? So completely ignore it. If you get an email newsletter, here's some top product ideas, ignore it. Really, don't even look into it, because it might be a good product now, but it won't be in 2 months, right? Or 3 months. So yeah, that's kind of the way to analyze this. You want to look, you're just using your common sense and thinking, okay, how many people do I want to compete with? Ideally, under 10. That's amazing. So under 10, that's a really, really great. And then you want to see at least $6,000 to $10,000 a month, in monthly revenue here. Because if the top seller is doing, 10 or 20K, you ultimately want to become the number one seller with better images, with better copy, with better packaging, a better quality product. And if you do that, you can expect, to ultimately surpass them and potentially make more than they're making. And at the same time, keep in mind that you could go even further. So in this case, if I launch a twin milestone blanket and I do well, I find an opportunity, I can estimate, once I become the number one seller, let's say anywhere from 6 to 12 months, to make $13,000 a month to $19,000 a month in revenue. And for me, that sounds really great. This is the only thing holding me back to maybe looking into this a bit more, but that's basically how you kind of fill out the sheet. So fill out with 100 specific product ideas using this until you kind of get to those green options over here. And the more you go through this, the easier it's going to get. It seems overwhelming. It'll get so fast and so simple. And then once you see these opportunities, right? Green, high demand, low competition, boom. The next thing you want to do is go into Amazon and look at the top sellers and look at their reviews. Use the Helium 10 Chrome extension, look at their reviews and analyze, and what are the negative things that people have about the current products? What are their pain points? You're going to read those and build a product that meets those pain points and ultimately sell it along with better images and everything else. And again, I have a full video on review analysis using ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, as well as a full playlist telling you exactly how to optimize your entire Amazon listing. And with all that being said, high demand, low competition, a stunning keyword optimized listing, phenomenal images, superior quality product, all of those things, you are going to dominate. It's just a matter of time. And I hope you found this video valuable. Remember, you can access your product research spreadsheet for free in the description section, along with 11 other Amazon custom tools, templates, and resources. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel because we have a lot more valuable content coming soon. Entire master classes on Amazon SEO, Amazon PPC, product launch, literally every step of the process you can find here on the channel. Comment with any questions that you have. And as always, thanks so much for watching and your support. God bless you and your business. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.